And that we're joining you from Maui.
Yay! I am so happy for our friends. This is our weekly Freedom with Plexus team call, Zoom meeting. And as always, we have our rock stars on here, Tammy Woodward and Sharanda the Black, and I am Michelle Dawson. And so tonight we are just really going to talk about one of the most important things in our business, and that is consistency. I will just start out by saying, you can work this business part-time, full-time, but you can't work it sometimes. Right. You have to be consistent. And so there's, and making a list, a lot of people have excuses that they don't know anybody. Well, I'm going to tell you that's wrong. And Tammy has a great thing called the Frank's list. And if you don't mind, Tammy, just go over that, briefly, because it's so important to have that list and add to it every day. And I will say something, after you finish about the Frank's list.
Okay. The Frank's list, and I don't know who to give this credit to, could very well be, another direct sales company, but it's called Frank, and it's basically, for people who are kind of running out of options or feel like they're running out of options and they don't know where to start and they don't know who to approach with either the business or the products. So you start out with F. F would be your friends. That's anybody on your Facebook friends, real life friends. And then you're going to move to R, which is going to be
relatives.
That's going to be your cousins, your aunts, uncles, your parents, people like that. And then you're going to move to A. And A is going to be your acquaintances. These are going to be people that you wouldn't necessarily call them your friends. It could be the lady that cuts your hair or your mail carrier. Yes. Yes, happened to you today. People like that, acquaintances. And then N is going to be your neighbors. And I know that we live in a world where, my neighborhood is houses on top of houses, but I really couldn't tell you who most of my neighbors are. And they're the same way. And it's just the world we live in. We're just very busy people. But hit up those neighbors. You can knock on their doors, or you can, maybe put something on their doorknob or, something like that. So that's something. And then K, the final one, is going to be, we're not the final one because we have S as well. K is going to be your kids, the connections that your kids have, their gymnastics instructor, their teacher, their Sunday school teacher, anybody that comes in connection with your kids, the parents on their softball team or their baseball team, things like that. And then the final one is S, and that's going to be your spouse's network, which your spouse can turn around and do the whole Franks. You've got a whole set of Franks just with your spouse. So it could be your spouse's coworkers, your spouse's acquaintances, spouse's relatives, their friends. You share the same kids, but still, you see what I'm saying? I mean, that's a lot. Surely people can come up with at least 100 for that list that everybody should have at this point. So it's a really neat way to make you realize how many people you actually know.
And I will say this, it's important to write them down and to add to your list every day. In the Freedom with Plexus team page, I studied under Eric Worre a couple months after I started, and he did a thing where you write down 500 people. And I was terrified. And so I went on my LinkedIn connections. I went on my Facebook connections. And I wrote down 491 people at that point. And I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm tired. But I still have that list today. And then when I get in a slump, I go back and look at it. But the cool thing is, even though I hadn't looked at that list much in the last year, when I do go back and look at it, I'm like, whoa, this person has contacted me, or this person has signed up already. And it was really cool because if you write it down and you keep adding to it and you're consistent with your business. And when I say consistent, I'm not saying I'm going to post once on Tuesday and once on Saturday, and then I'm going to start complaining about life the rest of the days. That's not consistent. It's not consistent. I'm talking you post every day. I don't care if it's just one time a day. You post every day. It's that simple. Somebody asked me to date my mail lady, and she sees me working my Plexus business every time she comes in. Love her. We end up talking for 30 minutes, not about Plexus. Today, she was frustrated. She's like, I want to quit my job. What is this business about? And we ended up talking 30 minutes about the business. She's like, well, how hard do I have to work it? And I'm like, that's up to you. I said, we've got meetings, we've got trainings, and I can tell you, it is what you put into it. It is not a lottery ticket by far. If it was, everybody be in Maui right now.
Right.
So it's not a lottery ticket. But another thing about the Franks list is, and consistency, one of them is my neighbor. I've never spoken to this guy before. I get a phone call, and we've been in the same neighborhood since I've had my pink bus, almost 2 years. Well, a month and a half ago, because he just came in and got his second month's supply, he calls me up. I mean, it's just about being consistent. I didn't know this guy. Another girl, the same month I signed up, it would be 2 years in November. She asked for a 3-day trial when I first signed up, and then she found out she was pregnant right when the day it got mailed to her. Anyways, she was scared to take it, even though we know now, about the health benefits of taking it during pregnancy. Well, she contacted me, and this is a friend from high school. We were cheerleaders together, and she wanted another 3-day trial. So I sent it to her. She bought it from me, and she's like, wow, I want to do a month. And that's about consistency. That was almost 2 years ago she contacted me, but she's like, I've been seeing your post. I've been doing my research on my own. This is an amazing product. If I wasn't consistent with my post, I wouldn't have had that new customer today.
Right.
So I cannot stress enough about consistency. And then, so if you do want that Eric Worre, it's called Memory Jogger on our Plexus page under the Files tab. It's almost at the bottom because it's when I first signed up almost. It's Memory Jogger, and it can tell you not just the Franks list, but about 100 different ways you can grow your list. And people around you that you might not even think about, your pastor, your lawyers, your chiropractors, your anything. So it's really great to print that out and just have it in front of you and add to it every day. So I'm going to turn it over to Sharanda for a little bit and just get your 2 cents because you were fixing to say some really cool stuff. And then I said, wait, we got to record this. So Sharanda, I'll turn it over to you for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of piggyback off of what Michelle was saying, and I have some little notes, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. But I watched a video on the Plexus YouTube channel by Kristen Abart, and she had guest speakers Brenda Martin and Lori Welch, and they were all talking about consistency, and they brought out a lot of very good points. One was that consistent activity helps grow your business. Like Michelle said, you can work it part-time or full-time, but you cannot work this business sometime and expect to get good results. Like she said, people are watching you. They're watching your Facebook page. Whether they're liking your post or commenting, that does not even matter. They're just wanting that you're consistent, that, hey, she started in January, here it is September, and she's still going. She's looking good, she's losing weight, or she has more energy, or she's sleeping better. And they will keep watching because they want to know, okay, is this a fad diet or something? Is this just something that she's going to do for a little while and stop, or what? People, they want to join under or, be customers of somebody that's going to be consistent. So here are some notes that I wrote down as I was watching the video. One very important thing that you must do is set goals, and you must write them down. That's very important because, for one, you won't forget them. And then 2, it gives you something to look at and reference every day, every time that every time you get up in the morning, look at your goal and say, okay, this is what I plan. This is what I'm going for. This is my vision. So then you'll know what you need to do to work towards that goal. They say contact 2 to 3 people per day. That was just, her estimate. You can make a goal to contact 5 people or 10 or whatever. One thing that they were saying is, don't be afraid of no. No is not bad. And the no does not mean that they're rejecting you. It just means that they're rejecting that product or that opportunity at that time. It doesn't even necessarily mean that
Right.
no one will ever do this. It just means this time not ready. On down the line, 6 months down the line or so, they have some extra income and say, hey, I want to go ahead and try that product, or hey, I want to go ahead and join your team. So don't be offended by no. No is okay. That's a great goal that you can make for each day. Say, I'm going to make a goal to get 5 no's. I'm going to make a goal to get 10 no's. I'm going to make a goal to get 100 no's today. And the funny thing is, sometimes you have to actually work harder to get the no's than to get the yeses. Go to somebody and they say, yeah, sure, I'll try. I'm like, shoot, I still need 100 no's. But the goal of it is just to make contacts, because you never know who's going to say yes. And, you're always planting seeds. Each contact is like a seed that you're planting. Another point is, do it even when you don't feel like it. If you don't feel like posting, so what? If you don't, if you're a 9-to-5 job and you don't feel like going to work, you got to go anyway.
Amen.
Report, you still have to do that report because that's part of your job. And part of your job in Plexus is to promote, to let people know, hey, this product is here, this opportunity. So you have to make you have to do it even when you don't feel like it. Go ahead and post. You never know, that might be your yes post for that day. Another one is you must have a work ethic. Like, once again, like Michelle said, you can do it part-time or full-time, but not some of the time. And you have to put in the work to get the results that you desire to get. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm working to do this full-time. I don't want to have to go to a 9-to-5. I hate getting up early in the morning. I am not a morning person. I love being up late at night. And so I'm working towards being that quote-unquote stay-at-home mom. And so I must have a good work ethic. I have to set my goals. I have to work towards my goals, make the contacts, follow up with my team members, my customers. Just have a good work ethic. Next, you need drive. You need that energy and spunk. Don't just post something humdrum on your page. When you post and you have on your page, that draws people in. Put some funny stuff on there. Post about Plexus, and then post about something funny or something cute. People like babies and animals, so post about those things, and just be exciting in your posts. If you make videos, don't look like this. Plexus is so great, and this who would want to be a part of that. You get on the video and it's like, let me tell you about this product that we have. I have so much more energy, blah, blah, blah. And that draws people. I've gotten customers just because, and team members just because they say, man, your posts are very exciting. And, I want to buy something, or I want to be part of your team. So you need the drive. Next, you need emotional maturity. Like I said, people will tell you no. Don't get offended by it. Don't let that crush you. Just, you planted that seed, you move on to the next person. You work towards your goal of 2 to 3 or 5 or 100 no's that day. So, and that also goes for, on your Facebook page. If personal page is your business page too, then you want to make sure you're not posting, I love Plexus, and then you're talking about people or gossiping or whatever, because then people will say, I don't want to be her customer, or I don't want to be on her team because she might be talking about me. So you need to have that maturity, emotional maturity when you're posting on Facebook too. Let me see. Watch, consistently watch training videos. YouTube has an abundance of videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we post videos on our team pages. So utilize those tools. They are very effective, very informative. Um, some of the main ones that I watch are Sonia Dudley, Sarah Marble, the Plexus U page, and also Plexus Worldwide. And they post their opportunity calls, the weekly opportunity calls on there, and other information too. So watch the training videos and get familiar with the products and the business opportunity. Follow up. Consistently following up with your customers and team members is very important. Sometimes customers are having a difficult time and they don't talk to you. They don't contact you. But if you send them an email, a text, or a phone call and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Mm-hmm.
and tell you what the issue is, and then you can kind of catch it before it gets too far out of hand. So follow up is key. And then be involved. Consistently be involved with your team. Don't just halfway be involved. If this is your team, is where you can draw support, where you can get information, get the tools that you need to grow your business and to be successful. We're like a family. I love my team. Every very supportive, and so we're not gonna kick you out and like, no, we're not gonna tell you our secret. Ha ha ha. We want everybody to succeed. So, utilize your upline and your other team members. And then my last point is Sheila Medina. She shared about the perfect 10, consistently doing the perfect 10. And that's sharing, that's 3 opportunity shares, sharing the business with 3 people, product share, sharing our product with 3 3 skill shares. That's like if you have a team, you can share some of the skills that you learn, like what we're doing right now. You're sharing about consistency, you're sharing about different types of skills. And then the last one is 1 live event. So attending a team meeting, or like this call, the Zoom meeting call, or opportunity meeting like what we're having today. The Wednesday night company call, attend a live meeting. So that's 3 opportunity shares, 3 product shares, 3 skill shares, and then 1 live event. And so those are just some of the pointers that I got from the video, and a lot of them I do myself, and they're very effective. So consistency is definitely the key when it comes to network marketing.
Let me just add something too with that, just to make one of the points that you were making, Sharanda. The majority of customers that I have gotten have never, not one time, liked a single post that I have posted. Not once.
Yeah.
And so what I hear from some of my downline is, I'm not getting any likes. I'm not getting any responses. That's okay.
Right.
Because it comes back to that consistency. People are watching you to see if this is a fad or not. Is this, the next thing that she's into or not? So it does not bother me at all when I don't get any likes, because I'm still getting customers that just out of the woodwork.
Right.
And I'm like, girl, I didn't think you were watching all this time. And she's like, yeah, I've been watching since the very beginning.
Right.
And so you just have to keep that in mind. And then number 2, stay connected with your team pages. It takes 1 minute to hop on your page. Like mine is the Woodward page. Go in there. It takes a minute. See what the latest updates are. Stay connected. Get encouraged. You can't get encouraged if you're an island out there by yourself. We can reach out and message you all day long, but you've got to respond back to us. If we don't hear from you what you need, we can't try to help provide that for you. Jump on your upline, jump on your Freedom page, jump on, we love our Plexus products, jump on the parks. You were talking about 5 minutes of your time to get caught up. And if you want this business to work, you can afford 5 minutes to visit those team pages and see what's going on and get encouragement and to get some training and little snippets that will just, encourage you and help you build your business.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. And I second that, Tammy. All the new customers that I've been getting, they just messaged me out of the blue. They've never liked anything. I have a complete stranger today. I'm like, ooh, who are you? I had to kind of look, and I'm like, she's never liked anything or anything like that. So, yeah, don't get discouraged about not having likes. And then getting the no's. Tammy and Sharanda were both no's at one point for me.
Yeah.
And like, product
lot.
here and there, opportunity. Yep. You were no's a couple times, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I keep saying that on every meeting because it's so funny. But and the consistency is not just about posting it. It's like Sharanda said and Tammy said, it's income producing activity consistency.
Right.
Not just scrolling through Facebook and liking the cute puppy. I mean, it's like y'all were saying, trainings, attending meetings, inviting people to meetings, product knowledge, anything that's income producing consistently is going to help your income grow. So don't get discouraged. I think this was a great meeting tonight, and they had some really, really good points. So I can't wait to upload this to YouTube and share it with our team pages. Anybody else have anything to say?
I just have one quick thing.
Okay.
No one expects you to know everything about the business when you're just starting out. The way that you learn is by participating, by watching the videos, by participating in the team meetings and calls and such. It takes time to grow. You don't plant a seed and expect a harvest right away. So don't not say anything or not do anything just because you don't know a lot. We all started at the bottom, and we're continuing to grow. So keep learning and just be consistent.
Great point. Don't get overwhelmed, and always reach to your upline or anybody if you have a question, and don't be embarrassed that you don't know the answer, because we're still learning every day. Yeah. We all started just as an ambassador with a welcome pack or just $34.95. So, and it's just our consistency that we've been doing, how we gain our knowledge and our passion. So don't get overwhelmed and don't get embarrassed about contacting your upline.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, everybody have a good night, and we'll keep connected on our team pages.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.